All right, when I go to factor a trinomial in this format, I am always looking for two numbers that add to this number and multiply to this number. So if I'm looking for two numbers that add to 7 and multiply to 10, I'm first thinking, okay, what are two numbers that multiply to 10? It can either be 1 times 10 or 2 times 5, and which one of those pairs adds to 7? Well, this one. So my two numbers are 2 and 5. So I'm looking for this choice that has x plus 2 and x plus 5. And that one is right here. So I'm going to cross that one off. Okay. Now, the next one, I'm looking at, I need two numbers that add to negative 7 and multiply to 10. Well, what kind of numbers add to negative 7 and multiply to 10? Well, now I need two numbers that multiply to 10, positive 10, and so I still have to have either a positive times a positive, and let's stick with 2 and 5. 2 times 5 is 10. But negative 2 times negative 5 is also 10, right? So now, if I want them to add to negative 7, I need to choose this pair of numbers. So that's x minus 2 and x minus 5, okay? And that's this choice right here. And remember, I can always actually just go ahead and multiply to check my work, right? I can say, okay, x times x, that's x squared. X times negative 5, right? That's negative 5x. Negative 2x, and then positive 10. And when I combine like terms here, I get negative 7x. And that gives me, of course, the correct answer. That gives me this. Okay, so you can always multiply to check. In fact, you could do this whole problem backwards and that would totally work. Okay, so now I'm looking for two numbers that add to negative 3 and multiply to negative 10. So here's where it gets tricky, because now if I'm going to multiply to negative 10, I need to have one of the numbers be positive and one of the numbers be negative. So both of these pairs multiply to negative 10. Now, which pair of numbers adds to negative 3? Well, let's see. If I add negative 2 plus 5, that equals positive 3. And if I add 2 plus negative 5, 2 plus negative 5, that equals negative 3, right? Because here the negative number is larger, and here the positive number is larger. So this one, if I want them to add to negative 3, it's got to be positive 2 and negative 5. X plus 2 and x minus 5, okay, which is this one. And then lastly, I can sort of just use process of elimination here, but here I need two numbers that add to 3 and multiply, oh, this is a typo here, I'll fix it, multiply to negative 10. So that is negative 2 and positive 5, so I would write it like this. All right, and that's that last one.